All right, Rob, why did Darth Vader cross the street?
Why?
Because he was forced to.
Because our seating starts right now.
All right, we are back for the penultimate episode of the Disney movie draft, and we are talking about John Turteltaub's Cool Runnings, starring Leon, Dougie Doug, Malik Yoba, another guy, and John Candy. Rob, do you have like a history with this movie, or was this the first time you were watching Cool Runnings?
This is no, I mean, I've seen this movie a billion times, but I've seen this movie mostly. I was just thinking about this as we were watching it. I've seen this movie mostly as there's days when your elementary school teacher just didn't want to teach and they put a movie on.
Yeah.
I've seen Cool Runnings a lot in that context.
That's so weird because I'm you're a little younger than me. I might have been in like the last like wave that didn't do that all the time. Like sometimes they would play movies, but it would always be like some kind of thing like we read the book and we're gonna
Right.
watch The Outsiders or something like that. But yeah, we never just like I got nothing for you. I'm
I
gonna
mean, if it was
Cool
like there was a
Running.
substitute or something, or maybe this is just the garbage public school that I went to. I don't have a ton of history with the movie. I like the movie just fine. I mean, we'll talk about it. Like it's another very good, very competent, charming, straightforward Disney sports movie with a lot of fun moments. But I don't have a lot of childhood nostalgia for it. What about you?
I did at the time. It was something that I saw, I think on pay-per-view because we had it recorded and I used to watch that tape all the time. And I'm starting to think because there's a lot of stuff like I hadn't seen it probably in close to 30 years. So when I rewatched it, I remembered their like Jamaican bobsled team song, and I remembered like names of characters and like them just saying like Yul Brynner and Irv Blitzer and stuff like that. So like I just remembered and Sanka, You Dead, and all that stuff.
Right.
So it's a sticky movie, and also. I I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is it impossible to make a bad Olympics movie?
Sports is just inherently cinematic, I guess. I guess there's always going to be something that's watchable, and especially considering most like Olympics type sports type movies follow such a close template that
Yeah.
it's never going to be unwatchable.
No, like I can't think of an Olympics movie where I'm not like kind of easily invested in it. And this is like a really cool true story. I'm sure they've taken a lot of liberties with it, but I really like kind of getting this sort of subculture of the Olympics where it's like when you watch a Winter Olympics event and you become like a curling fan for two
Right.
weeks. It's like that thing where they do a really good job of sort of encapsulating um just bobsledding as an event in a short amount of time. It seems like obviously like they focus on how dangerous it is and like I like that you kind of get to know what each person's role within the bobsled is on like
Yeah.
how it kind of operates, the interpersonal stuff where like obviously Jamaica is not, an
Room
area
for the
where
bobsled.
there's ice. So like them learning kind of off track how to do it and then like the difference between like doing that on a dirt road or on grass and like on
It's
gravel and doing it on ice and things like that. I think it's all done really well.
Yeah, it's the how it's about thing. It's the Ebert
Yeah.
thing, where it's like a good sports movie is not necessarily making you super invested in the sport itself. It's making you invested in the characters, right? Just saying like anything else, a podcast you listen to, right? It's not really about the subject matter, it's the personalities, right?
Yeah.
Listen to this movie every Wednesday.
I don't know if like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles kind of unlocked character actor Candy, but like I think this is a really strong performance by him. He's got a well-written character, like an interesting story and an arc and everything like that. And I think that the movie kind of has kind of like an extra poignancy because this was one of his last movies because he passed away in 94 and this was released in fall of 93. So seeing like a redemption angle for him and you think of it like in kind of, the t short time left on Earth, like it makes it more of a victory, I think, than it maybe even did back in '93. But yeah, I mean the guys are all like real sweet, and it's easy for you to root for them. And like spoiler for, the end of the movie, like when they pick up the bobsled after they've crashed and walk it across the finish line to finish the race, it's like I got choked up in a way, and I think that's because the movie just works so well as formula. Um, like John Turteltaub he's a good director. Like I don't like all of his movies,
Yeah.
but he's had a few that have stood out to me where I'm just like, yeah, this guy is like a really good journeyman,
Sure.
programmer,
Yep.
director.
There is a comfort to this formula. There is a comfort to
Yep.
these kinds of movies. And even though a lot of these movies, I was thinking about things like F1 from this summer, like a lot of times there are sports movies that follow the patterns. There are movies that try to subvert it, but especially for movies targeted at a younger audience, as these are, these are the foundational movies that build our storytelling instincts, movies that
Hmm.
feel a certain way, movies that inherently feel right or wrong that you watch as an adult are really inspired by the movies that you watch like this as a kid that teach you that instinct for story structure. And this one is totally just right down the center. It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
and I also like the handling of kind of, learning about a different culture
Yeah.
in this better compared to something like The Air Up There with Kevin Bacon, which was another Disney sports movie of the time period, where they sort of like it feels like in that movie, it's just like, oh, we've got this guy who's really tall.
Right.
Let's make him a basketball player. And he sort of doesn't seem to always want that.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I appreciate the angle, and it's probably because it's a true story compared to a fictional story, but I like the angle that there's no like interloper who's like trying to get them to be
Yeah.
bobsledders. It's, Leon's character is. He loses his chance to be an Olympian because of an accident at a race where he's a runner, and he's got like kind of a familial history with why he's going to be a bobsledder. It's not like if John Candy decided to co-opt these four guys and get them to be Olympians for his own gain.
I like that there's no false end of the second act turn where the team breaks up, like where that they're
Yeah.
going to get them all back together. I was thinking about, so when is this run? Okay, so by the time this airs, my review of Fantastic Four will not have run yet.
Mhm.
And this is no spoilers, but there is one thing that I really like about the new Fantastic Four movie is that it doesn't do the thing at the end of the second act where it's like, oh, we have to break the family up so we can just get them back together again.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like easy storytelling cheats that tend to happen when the focus of the movie as it is in that movie is the family unit. Breaking it up and knowing that you're just going to put it back together. I like that in this movie as well. They don't mess with that. I will say I appreciated. This is my Letterboxd review. I will say I appreciate that this movie aged fine. It did not. I thought maybe there was going to be some
Yeah.
cultural, like,
There's
mm,
some like thinly veiled racism, but that's like the characters that are portrayed as that are the villains, and this was 1988, and a lot of it just has to do with um, Jamaica's a new team.
right.
They're kind of an odd, country to participate in a bobsled race.
The
So there's
racism is
yeah,
not. We're not meant to. There are no cultural assumptions about the
no,
weirdness that are we're meant to sympathize with. Yeah,
right.
we're always meant to accept these people even though they're outsiders. So it was good. I was a little afraid, like, oh, is this gonna, there's gonna be a lot of jokes, and it
Mhm.
was okay. So it is safe, I will say.
And Raymond J. Barry just popping up to be a dick. Like
Yeah,
he's one of the best doing
just
that. Yeah, I have a lot of nostalgia for, the Disney sports movies of the time period. Like I think that when you they really sort of cracked the formula, I think, in the 2000s, like with Miracle and Greatest Game Ever
they got
Played.
more prestige.
They got more prestige-y. respectable. Like you could get like a big actor who's like yeah, and everything like that in it. But like the early 90s ones, like with D2 The Mighty Ducks or like just any of the Mighty Ducks series or Cool Runnings and stuff like that, there's like a real spiritedness to them and just like a sense of fun, and they're really easy to go back to and enjoy. So we will be back next week. Special guest Mike Pomero joining us. I feel like we're going to have the most to dig in on the next episode
Yeah.
because we're all baseball fanatics, and we're going to be talking about The Sandlot. And I that's a very special movie to people of our generation. So can't wait to talk to you guys about it. So until next time,
These seats are going downhill very quickly in like a topsy-turvy kind of motion. Feel the rhythm, feel the
feel the
ride,
ride.
get on up.
It's
It's
Bosco
reserved
time.
seating time. It's no
Oh,
longer reserved seating time. Reserved seating time is over.
yeah.
It fell apart.
Do what you will with the time that you have now because you don't have to dedicate it to reserve seating.
There you go. It's a good
Yeah.
message, just like for life. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's don't get distracted by reserved seating. Live your life.
Listen, my life would be a lot better if I followed.
Do you want to continue doing this?